Concordia Integritas Industria. This is the motto of the Rothschild family, who were great pioneers in investing in the land of Israel. They were awesome. And we're going to be focusing today on industrias, or industry. What was the ancient world's industry, and what is the industry of today? How can we make that happen together? We're right standing here in the land of Naphtali, one of the places where fishing is a huge industry. Behind me is one of the ancient fishing seaports of Naphtali. Where we're standing right now is the ancient World Trade Center. Behind me is the ruins of Capernaum. But what happened is we sinned and we were kicked out of the land. And now this place became desolate. But you know what? People are beginning to come and invest ethically in the land of Israel again. One of our greatest generals in the War of Independence, Yigal Allon, he had a great quote about industry. One of the things he said is Zionism is the sum, the constant, and unrelenting effort to realize the national and universal vision of the prophets of Israel. And some of that had to do with industry, which is the Hebrew word of the day, tasiyah. Tasiyah, industry. Do you know that industry and success in business is hand in hand with the restoration of Israel? Businesses are coming back even though there has been 2,000 years of desolation. The land and the people were separated, torn one from another. Industry ceased here in the land of Israel. Vineyards died, and the whole land went into disrepair, but it doesn't have to stay that way, because the work of the Aliyah Return Center is expanding. We have a few days left. But you know what? If you're assiduous, if you are industrious, are you laborious? Are you tireless? Well, let's bring back the glory of the land that God says He will restore for His holy name's sake. Isaiah 1, I will restore the leaders as of old here in the land of Israel. Let me ask you this. Is it time to restore the kingdom to Israel? Where others fail, we will continue. Where hard work is, there we will thrive. The men and the women of the Galilee joining with the nations in the Galilee of the nations to form a unity that is unbreakable together. In the words of Patch Adams, a wonderful comedian who was even called upon to go to the White House, he said, you know, a community is never going to reach its full potential until they understand belonging. We belong together in the Galilee of the nations. Dude, that's so good. In Daniel 7, and then the sovereignty, the power, and the greatness of all the kingdoms under heaven will be handed over to the holy people of the Most High. His kingdom will be an everlasting kingdom, and all the rulers will worship and obey Him. Isn't that crazy?